A car door just closed somewhere down the street, and that sound, that ordinary, unremarkable sound, is what caught me. Because I realized, God, that I wasn't here. My shoes are on. My keys are in my hand. But my mind has been 3 hours ahead of my body for a while now. I've already had conversations that haven't started. I've already reacted to problems that don't exist yet. I've been living inside a version of today that I built entirely out of dread, and none of it has happened. I do this, God. I write the day before it begins. And I always write it badly. I cast myself in scenes where the meeting goes wrong, where the call brings hard news, where I say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I'm the author of a story that nobody asked me to write, and fear holds the pen every single time. Not fear that shouts, fear that outlines, fear that schedules, fear that looks so much like being responsible that I almost don't recognize it. But it's fiction, God, every word of it. I'm building a day out of things that haven't been spoken, haven't been decided, haven't even been set in motion. And I'm already exhausted by it. So I need to ask you something, and I'm asking it honestly. Not to make a point, but because I genuinely don't know the answer. Where does preparation end and fear begin? Because they feel the same to me sometimes. Thinking ahead feels wise, planning feels faithful. But somewhere between the second and third hour I've rehearsed in my head, it stops being readiness and starts being something else. I don't know where that line is, God. I just know I crossed it this morning, and I'm standing on the other side now, wondering how long I've been here. Here's what's true. I don't know what today holds, not really. I know my calendar, I know what's scheduled, but I don't know the parts between the lines. The unplanned moments, the conversations that shift direction, the thing I'll remember tonight that I can't even imagine right now. I'm not saying that to sound humble. I'm saying it because it's honest. I had a full manuscript in my head 10 minutes ago, and the truth is, I don't have the next page. I never did. And right here, in this open space where I've run out of my own script, I hear you. Not loud, not correcting, just present. You plan, you prepare, you think ahead. I know, but your heart makes its plans. And I direct your steps. That's not a rebuke, is it? That's you telling me you were always part of this day, not waiting for me to get it right, not standing at the end of my plan with revisions, just walking, already in the hours I haven't reached, already familiar with the page I haven't turned to. Section 6. What if the story is better than mine? And God, what if today has something in it I couldn't have written? Not because my version is too dark, but because my imagination is too small. What if the afternoon holds a conversation I wouldn't have scripted? What if someone says something I didn't expect? What if there's a moment, just one, that surprises me? I'm not saying I believe that for certain, but I'm curious. And maybe curiosity is a kind of prayer too. Maybe wondering is a way of leaving room for you. God, I'm not asking you to show me how today ends. I'm not asking for a preview or a promise that everything goes smoothly. I'm asking for something simpler than that. Walk with me. That's it. Not ahead of me, pointing the way. Not behind me, catching what falls. Just beside me, in the ordinary minutes. In the parts that never make it into a prayer because they don't seem important enough. Be there. Be the voice I keep talking to. Not out of crisis, but out of closeness. There will be moments today I can't prepare for. I know that. And instead of writing those scenes in advance, instead of filling them with my worst predictions, I want to leave them blank. Not empty. Blank. Like pages that are waiting for a better author. You know the parts of today I can't see. You know the words I'll need before I need them. So, I'm not handing you my plan and asking you to fix it. I'm sitting beside you with the same blank page and saying, you write this part. I trust your pen more than my predictions. This prayer doesn't end here, God. It just pauses. Because I'll talk to you again tonight. When the day is done and the real version of today has replaced every draft I imagined, I'll tell you what happened, what surprised me, What was harder than I thought and what was gentler than I feared. This is just the first half of a conversation, and I like that. I like knowing I'll be back. I like knowing you'll still be listening when I am. If this prayer met you mid-thought this morning, already planning, already rehearsing, already tired from a day that hasn't started to come back tomorrow, start the page again. Let this be a place you return to, not just a moment you pass through. And if someone you love is living 3 hours ahead of themselves today, share this with them. Let them know they don't have to write the